This week's board meeting was chaotic as usual. The meeting started out with residents speaking out against Tiffany Henyard.
I just wanted to just look at the current administration and just ask y'all, why won't you step down? This is an embarrassment to Dolton. This is an embarrassment to Thornton Township. This is an embarrassment to all of us residents. William Moore's here. He's not even on the payroll anymore. This is just like a game to a lot of them, and these are our lives that are in jeopardy.
I want to start by saying there's nobody like the God I serve. And I only want to say that because he only allowed me to come as far as this podium. And that's the only person I fear and thing I fear besides going to jail. So I'm not going to go past this podium like he told me. But I only came up to here to say, because Las Vegas said what they said, because a lot of places say what they say when they say things like this, so I'm going to ask you myself. Amen. Come on, baby. Why would you do that? Wow. Tell them why. And if I'm lying, all these people right here, all the cameras, her, all these people, tell them I'm lying then. Is that why you've never said anything? Is that why you disappeared as soon as this came out? Is that why? I'm supposed to be scared of you? Hell no. So tell me I'm lying, or tell them why.
One of the agendas in tonight's meeting was a motion to approve a settlement agreement in the amount of $900,000.
Next, is there a motion to approve a settlement agreement in the amount of $900,000 to Camiella Williams versus Dolton settlement? Okay.
Oh, I'll make the motion.
All right, let's pause for 1 minute. Attorney got a question. Okay, I think, are you tabling it? What you doing? Okay, well, so what are y'all doing? Tabling it? What are y'all doing? Okay, is it a motion to table? Yeah. All right, so motion to table. Is there a second? There a motion and a second. Call the roll. Call the roll. Clerk.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes? Aye. Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion tabled.
Mayor, if I may, the attorney has a statement about it being from a federal judge, so I want to let him.
Okay, well,
elaborate.
y'all probably should go to closed session because everybody down here is saying y'all should talk about it in the back. And I agree. I don't think y'all should put whoever business that is out in the open.
Why is Tiffany Henyard acting like she don't know what the settlement is about? Because her name is all over the lawsuit. Or maybe she's just clueless as to what's going on. So back in 2023, Camiella Williams filed a lawsuit against the Village of Dolton, Tiffany Henyard, Officer Lacey, and an unnamed female officer. Her argument is that she was wrongfully arrested and her rights to freedom of speech and assembly as guaranteed by the 1st and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution was violated, along with several other claims. On August 2nd, 2021, Williams organized and participated in a protest demanding justice for Alexis Wilson, who was shot and killed by police a few months earlier. After the protest, Mayor Henyard expressed to several people that she was upset at Williams for organizing the protest. An associate of Mayor Henyard relayed this information to Williams. On August 12, 2021, Williams and Alexis Wilson's father went to a board meeting to voice their frustration with the village officials' response to Wilson's death. However, the meeting was canceled because Tiffany Henyard locked the Dolton trustees out of the board meeting, preventing the board from reaching the quorum necessary to proceed with the meeting. Williams believes the mayor did this intentionally to chill disapproval of the Dolton Police Department and her administration. All subsequent meetings after that were via Zoom due to 19. Williams says that during the Zoom meeting, Mayor Tiffany Henyard repeatedly directed her staff to take several actions aimed at limiting or eliminating speech related to Wilson's death. Actions such as denying people the right to speak during public meetings, disabling the chat feature on Zoom, and eventually implementing a policy requiring people to register so that certain speakers could be excluded. On September 1st, 2021, activists and community members gathered on the sidewalks near Dolton Village Hall. At the same time, Tiffany Henyard held an outdoor homeowners meeting at Dolton Village Hall. The goal was to protest and raise awareness of Alexis Wilson's death. Williams alleges that nearly 125 police officers arrived at the location of the peaceful protest, including Dolton Police, the Illinois State Police. Officers wore tactical gear and some carried batons and tear gas. The officers refused to allow the peaceful protesters to approach the mayor's meeting and ordered them to move back away from the meeting. The protesters peacefully complied with these orders. Officer Lacey shouted into the crowd in a threatening tone, "Who is the organizer of this protest?" Williams didn't reply because she feared that the Dolton Police Department officers would arrest her if they knew she was the main organizer. When Officer Lacey did not receive an answer to his question, he continued to shout, threats including, "All right, you are all going to be locked up." Officer Lacey began to block off the streets with police tape. DPD officers blocked the protesters' path to the village hall using yellow crime scene tape and fire trucks. The protesters then tried to approach the mayor's meeting by walking outside of the area blocked by the police. Williams was eventually arrested by Lacey. She alleges that a female officer told her that the orders to arrest her came from Tiffany Henyard.
Cell phone video provided to CBS 2 shows some of those arrests. Dolton police says the crowd crossed barriers and police lines that were set up, and that's when the arrests occurred. Protesters we spoke with say they were peacefully demonstrating on the sidewalk. It all happened near 142nd in Chicago, just a block or so from Village Hall. Several police departments were called in, including state police. We spoke with Camiella Williams, who says she was one of the people detained and released tonight.
He told me I was arrested for disturbance. So I got some disturbance charges, and I feel like my rights to protest was infringed on.
What transpired with this meeting agenda demonstrates a significant level of incompetence.
So, if you want, we can go into executive session. I was just noting that this litigation was handled by an outside firm, Michael Sparrow from Hinshaw and Culberson. There was a settlement conference 3 weeks ago, and this was agreed to, and it's partly with the village and with the village's insurance carrier. The village really has no say. If they want to go against the settlement, then the village will be on the hook for paying all future defense costs and any difference in the dollar amount. So you go into executive session. I did not handle it. I know generally what the case is about. The attorney who handled it is not here, obviously, but it was pursuant to a settlement conference in federal court with the village administrator, that attorney, other attorneys, and plaintiff's counsel.
All right, thank you. Next.
Are they not reading these agenda items in advance? The Village of Dolton has to pay $900,000, and the trustees and the mayor seems to be clueless about this agenda. Whoa, the people of Dolton are really in trouble. If you haven't seen it already, check out the video on the screen to see how Tiffany Henyard is using taxpayers' money to fund her political campaign.